Good morning from Panama. Oh yeah, we are docked in Fuerte Amador on the Panama City side of the country. Now, we do need to throw it back to yesterday because it was our Panama Canal transit day, and we did an okay amount of recording. You may recall.
Just going to say, it's an amazing day.
Oh, yeah.
If you've never done it, highly recommend. Just the engineering that was involved in it is stunning to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did a fairly good transit video of these historic locks, which were the same ones that we just went through, in our Island Princess series. Yes. So if you haven't watched that, give that a peek.
Sure.
The things that were good to point out is that you can usually always hear the narration if you turn on the bow camera, or we have an aft camera on this TV, and that was actually fun to watch. Mm-hmm. They had the bow open for scenic viewing, which we did a little checking out of.
They had Panama rolls, which Holland really goes all out when you do like a special port. I like that.
Mm-hmm. All right, but let's throw it back. Let's watch some transit, and then we'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're moving forward at 2.3 knots at the moment, really slowly.
Yeah, we should be in our lock chamber in the next 30 minutes or so. You can see a vessel over there to the left-hand side that's just come out of the lock. So we're going to be following sort of behind that white and light blue ship.
Side of the lock chambers.
Well, let's check out the bow. You actually go in on deck 4 through world stage. We'll just wind our way through. Okay, you get the narration out here as well. Yeah, should not be too hard to find a nice little spot, actually. Man, we've got a bar set up. They've got coffee, water, pastries. They thought of everything this morning. Oh, Panama rolls. That's appropriate. They've even got some chairs scattered around. That's thoughtful. So we're making our approach here. Very first set of locks. You can see the lock gates actually closing behind that ship in front of us right now, which I think they said is a Maersk cargo ship. We'll just kind of pull up alongside here and wait our turn. They've even brought out some shade for the chairs. How about that?
That is service right there.
Look at this branding on the front of the ship. Pole to pole. And they've got a little observation deck on what looks like maybe deck 6 up there as well, looking down. You can see all those little mechanical mules down there. That was so fascinating watching them do their work last time. Well, you can really see how much higher the water level is in the locks than it is where we are, both on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. They just dropped the handrails over on the left-hand side, and that lock is opening. We've got some progress. The weather out here today is not too bad. It's alternating between sunny and slightly overcast. Nice little breeze coming through. They're closing those gates there behind the Maersk so that they can drop that water level for us now. Y'all, it's getting exciting. We've snuck down here a little bit further just to get a better angle on all this excitement with the mules. They're dropping the lines now, almost ready to let this one fully release. I see the water levels dropping in our chamber up ahead. Okay, now as soon as our gates open and we start sliding forward, we might wander in and seek out some breakfast or something. We're looking back in the direction of that bridge that we came under in the wee hours of the morning that lets you back out to the Atlantic, but we are headed to the Pacific. We're officially in motion. Mule is sneaking us closer and closer to the gate. And we've got gate movement. We are on our way. Man, they cleared up our breakfast. They left the bar, though. All right, I think we'll jump to deck 3, because brunch is not quite open yet, and get a slightly one deck lower perspective. We haven't really gone out to the deck 3 promenade too much, have we? Y'all, this is the place to be. Cozy chairs, hardly anybody here. Yeah, you get all the good views from deck 3, other than, you know, the straightforward view, of course. But all the mules, all the little, like, control stations. Nice. Okay, talk about up close and personal. The ground level, at least, you know, here at this little station, is right at the railing. of the ship.
You can get off in Panama.
Don't you get off yet.
Get off.
You're a lock hopper. Don't you do
There's a
that.
security guard, and they're making sure we don't do that.
Well, looks like another one of our lock neighbors has cleared and is making their way Atlantic ways. Let's see how close we can see a mule. It looks like one is just outside the windows up here. Well, yes, hello there. That's awfully close. Across over there, we can definitely see some motion of the ship in comparison with the wall next to it. And there we go. I can see our relative position compared to this mule is changing pretty rapidly. Well, on that note, let us breakfast, or brunch technically, in the dining room. Yum, yum, yum. Well, we're done with brunch. We're going to come look off the back of Deck 3 because we have just exited the lock. Oh, this is a nice big viewing area back here with gigantic windows. Yeah, we're leaving the first set of locks behind as we officially make the transition into the lake and the cut and all that good stuff. Yeah, we're getting ready to enter the most naturally beautiful part, he said. So we are going to head back to the cabin, knock out a little bit of work, get in a workout, go to the gym. Woo! And yeah, we'll catch up with you in a while.
Hello.
Hey again, y'all. So we're getting ready to jump out of the room. We got some work done, but it's workout time.
Yeah, late afternoon, but you got to get it done, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's also time to go turn our passports in. So Deck 1 was allotted between 1 and 1:30 as the preferred time slot to go give up our passports, which we will not receive back until after Africa, I think I said in the last update. So
yeah.
Anyway, we'll go do that, work out, check out some views from the window while working out, and carry on.
Let's do it.
It is about 4:30 p.m. We are in our very last lock of the day. Pacific Ocean is that away. More up close and personal mule action. Looks like we've got another Maersk cargo ship over in the neighboring lock. There's that observation area. Nobody really ever seems to be there. I mean, the whole, 2 times that we've come through here, it's been empty. Miraflores locks. The gates are closing. Good morning again. Hey, it's us. All right, so now we're back in the present time, and we're getting ready to head out on a ship excursion to go explore some of Panama City proper.
Yes.
Because last time we were here, we did Monkey Island. Now we need to get a feel of the city.
The historic part, exactly. Some things to note when you're visiting lots of different countries. Check to see what's going to be open when you're there because it's Monday today, and a lot of the things that people want to see are closed. So just something to check on.
Yeah, because the original plan for today was to do some wandering around the port area itself, because there were like some Smithsonian-ish nature parks and museums. They're all closed on Mondays.
Pretty much everything.
So anyway, into the city we go to see what we can see that's open.
Exactly.
Let's roll.
Let's do it.
It is buffet time. Oh, Dee has made a homemade yogurt bowl. Look at that, with chia and everything.
Bananas and dry cereal.
Nice. Eggs, sausage, and I got some apricottage cheese. Yeah, I made that myself. That's my concoction.
Don't say.
Well, we're done with breakfast and we had some time to wander. We've come back down to the library. Look at this guest exchange section. They have really filled this thing back up. Looks like the library itself is super full again, so I think they had confiscated a lot of these books for deep cleaning, but we are in the clear for now. All right, enough book looking. Let's get in here for the shore excursions. There is the daily tour board. We are actually the last group, the late meeting spot. So blue 10.
I don't know if I consider 8:15 late, but I guess it is today.
It's early. I'm usually in bed till 1 p.m.
You are not.
Our gangway is here on deck 2 today. So they just said to go through the terminal building and we'll find our buses on the other side. Oh, this is a gigantic terminal building. All right, blue number 10, the one and only bus. We've ridden for a whopping 2 or 3 minutes and stopped here on the causeway to overlook the skyline. That's one of those iconic photo stops you've got to do. There she is across the bay. We can see all the way down to that colorful museum, which we're going to pass as we continue down the causeway. All right, back on the bus, Gus. We are going to begin our walking tour over here at the old colonial city. He said that was the more challenging of the zones that we will be in today. So start that while we're fresh, because Panama is not flat, we were warned. From here we can see over to the presidential palace, I think he called it. The porta potty matches the wall. That's amazing. Got some vendor stands up here. Our temperatures today should be in the low 90s, about 92, 93 Fahrenheit, but we're finding decent amounts of shade and lots of breeze. And we'll see how much information I can glean with a group this size. It's hard to stay near the guide at all times, but I'll try to pass along any facts along the way, whether I've made them up or if they're actually factual. One fun fact that's actually factual: did you know the Panama hat does not come from Panama? It comes from Ecuador, which is our next stop. So I'm also under a very short tree right now.
Spanish city, like Spain, right? Yeah. Okay. For example, all this building 1673, never attacked by pirates.
Yeah, we're admiring all this architecture. Yeah, parts of this remind me of the French Quarter in New Orleans. I guess there's a lot of different influences here. Aha! Okay, we're coming into the church now. He said this will be our cooling break, so we'll hop in here to the Catholic Church. Hats off, of course. Well, let us continue. Casablanca. We'll be going there on this trip, actually. Well, according to the Google, this should be Plaza Bolivar, named after Simón Bolivar.
Today we are part of Central American country, but our history is from South America.
Well, now we're going to continue in this direction. We got a brief glimpse of the St. Francis of Assisi Church back there, but we didn't go up to it.
You want to buy something, water, Coca-Cola?
So we'll get a half hour of free time from this spot.
The right hand.
So I think we'll jump in this store and browse. Oh, look at that sloth pillow. Look at all those Panama hats back there. We'll browse in here a little bit. Our meeting spot for after the 30-minute break is the white church over there at the end of the street. Coffee, souvenirs galore. Oh, no, they didn't. Must resist. Well, there was a little cafe up here they said that we could go to that was recommended. Oh, here's another little shop to peek in. Oh, it's like a grocery store market. Such snacks, such beverages, such yogurt parfaits. They got Pringles, oh, and Mr. Potato. Local beers, they talked about Atlas, Panama beer, Balboa. They even have some Budweiser. Oh, their currency is equivalent to the dollar, so it looks like most of your beers are hanging around $1. All kinds of little shops. Much less crowded in here, that's nice. Capybara with a duck on its head. Everybody needs one of those. We've made it to Plaza Catedral. So this, here in this sort of centro and plaza area, is where we will meet to continue the guided portion of the tour.
It's gorgeous here. Everything is like so clean and the landscaping is beautiful and it just feels extremely safe, which is really nice for walking around. And I'm excited to learn more of the history.
There's a little map of some of the major highlights. Well, we can get some nice peeks on the outside of this cathedral over here from this angle. Over here on the side we've got the Canal Museum, which I believe is closed today. There's the Municipal Palace, Palacio Municipal. Old Birder D is out here getting her pictures, of course. Making friends. We've all gathered back together, and away we go. We've gathered here to admire some more architecture. Well, that's the easiest test ever. All of the above. There's another fun green space. I love urban green space. So this is an example of a more finished, updated plaza area. Whereas we saw a lot of construction and things in some of the other plazas, this one's pretty done. We've got some of the original wall over there from the walled city. Ooh, now we go into the shady tree nook. I love shady tree nooks. Ah, we've come out on the back side of the cathedral. Peek at some more architecture over here, including that awesome wall full of foliage. Well, we found the short trees again, so I think that means we're on the way back to the bus. Speaking of trees, that one's awesome. Looks like a giant bonsai. I know that's probably not the case. Nice flower-filled arbor. I guess, is that the word? Arbor above our heads? That appears to be our chariot. back to the cruise terminal. Hola, Volendam. Home sweet home. 'Cause I'm hot for teacher. Oh, wrong Van Halen song. So we are back on board, and since we're already nice and warm, we're going to jump right into lunch and workout mode. And we got cute little certificates for successfully navigating the Panama Canal. They were on the bed when we came back to the cabin. Anyway, we will see you this evening.
So outfit of the night tonight, I'm keeping it pretty simple. Earrings are from Amazon. It's ADOYI is the brand, and they're like, they don't tarnish, so it's really cool. This shirt is from Old Navy, currently still on their website because the videos are coming out pretty rapidly. Pants are also from Old Navy, probably on the website, and the shoes are from Ross, same as I wore before. That's it. Good evening.
Fresh and clean time has come.
Yeah.
There's noises coming from the bathroom.
Oh.
There was a sail away party that was happening at 3:45, which we've just sort of missed, but I think what we're going to do is sneak up, because they do have happy hour on this ship starting at 4 o'clock in several locations.
Yeah, they do 4 o'clock and 9 o'clock on this voyage, which is really cool because drink packages are very expensive. So if you just want, you know, occasional drink, this is the way to do it.
True, but they're going to have tinkly piano tunes and happy hour. Let's jump back and talk about our tour. How was Panama City?
So good. I'm glad we finally got out and explored like the area where people live and the history and the culture and just the juxtaposition of the old colonial town as opposed to the modern city that sprawls like throughout the entire town. Was really cool to see. It was a great tour.
There was a good bit of panoramic driving, which of course I always try to minimize that footage, but we did drive past like the ruins of the original city. We drove past all the skyscrapers in the new city. Yeah, really cool to see though.
Yep. Very clean, very safe. Loved it.
All right, let's jump out and have some evening.
Let's do it.
Deck 5.
So welcome to Ocean Bar. It's time for the dinner. Dinner is done, and we have come down to test our knowledge again at 30 rapid-fire questions. We did terrible at trivia. We have come back to the cabin to find our paper for tomorrow and some fancy chocolates and our laundry, which we sent in this morning. And here it is, post-dinner. Wow. Good night. All right, y'all. Now, the showtime tonight was a repeat show. Who was? Oh, it was the parody comedy guitarist again for a second show.
Which we enjoyed, but we saw his first show.
That's true. Now, yesterday was a C day, which we didn't record much of, but the repertory company did their second big production show, which was called Crossroads.
Yeah, it was really good. Lots of country and just like classic tunes that you knew. The costumes were cool. I love it when they sing. Their harmonies are beautiful. And the dancing is really good. It's a really fun show that you can sing along to, honestly.
That's true. Let's look at it right now. Now it's time for Crossroads.
Tonight, we invite you to journey down the musical crossroads where rhythm, roots, and rhymes come together for a soulful, foot-stomping experience like no other. Southern nights, have you ever felt a southern night? And keep your feet up, dance with me. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. You're good to me,
for a feeling so lonely. You were always on my mind. We've got tonight. Who needs tomorrow? Sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good. Why'd you come in here looking like that? You cowboy boots and a painted on jeans. You got to know where to hold 'em, know where to hold 'em. Now fell into a burning ring of fire. Line to line, line to line, line to line. Take me home, country roads. The wings you like a rhinestone cowboy. This will be the day that I
Hey, it's us again. So the show was pretty good other than that whole Neil Diamond bit that they did. Now, you may have noticed I didn't over-accentuate the performance of Sweet Caroline in this video like we did in all of 2024. That's because we've come up with a brand new Sweet Caroline-ish gimmick for 2025. So if you're watching this video, you're getting the inside scoop on the gimmick.
Congratulations.
So what is happening is I am leaving it up to you guys to watch the videos and count how many times you hear Sweet Caroline over the course of our 2025 videos. And at the end of the year, I'm going to try to come up with some sort of a quiz or a challenge that will reward whoever comes up with the right number.
We'll see how that goes.
Wow. I don't know how it's going to work out because this is still early in development, but the official count is 1 so far. So from here on, just keep up with it because we're not going to point it out every time it happens.
Exactly.
Anyway, y'all, let's dig into dinner. We don't even need to talk about trivia because that was awful.
So bad.
Let's don't talk about it. There's dinner. We both had some delightful pot stickers.
These were delicious, nice and crispy. I liked the soy dipping sauce was good. I thought it was veggie, but it did have like pork maybe in it. So flavorful. Really, really tasty.
Then we both had a delightful summer roll.
I see what you're doing. You're making me talk about the food.
Yep.
This is massive. It had 3 jumbo shrimp in it and veggies and like that nice springy texture roll and that peanut sauce.
Talk about the peanut sauce.
So stinking good and had a little bit of heat, but it was like the perfect amount. Yum.
Yeah, it had a little bit of heat, but it was like the perfect amount. So I agree.
Yum.
This is where we split. So you got it was
supposed to be spaghetti squash.
Like noodles.
Spaghetti, basically. It was very different than the presentation I was expecting. I was expecting like a bowl of spaghetti squash with like a topping like traditional spaghetti. It was mostly broccoli and spinach, tiny bit of spaghetti squash, but it was like a peanut dipping sauce. It was kind of like an Asian play on it. It was very tasty, but not quite what I was picturing.
It looked like just a plate of broccoli.
Hey, it was healthy. That's all right.
Oh, well. And I got the Polish galumpki. I get it every time it comes out. It is cabbage stuffed with beef and pork and rice, and it's just delicious. Tomato sauce. I love it. I love to say galumpki, and I love to eat galumpki.
Nice.
Dessert, you got a crisp.
I did. It was a strawberry crisp with French vanilla ice cream.
Ooh la la.
So sweet. I think I had like a bite and a half of it. It was too sweet for me. So Jay,
I ate some. It was sweet.
he got sugar-free banana pudding.
There's mine.
And I ended up eating most of that.
Yeah, so we kind of split desserts. It was all right. And that's it, y'all. So it's time for bed.
Work. Yeah.
Well, that's true. Now, tomorrow is Crossing the Equator Day. We're just going to save that footage for like a C-Day compilation. Funny thing is, there's nothing on the schedule that mentions anything about that we're crossing the equator other than like the original itinerary. So we'll see what happens, but we'll save that for a C-Day, and next up is probably going to be another port day. So we'll see you in Ecuador.
See you guys.
Woohoo.
Bye.